The emergence of the island as a center linking the countries of the IORARC, the SARC, and BIMSTEC, and the realization of the island's potential to function as a platform housing the strategic function of the global developmental process as it impacts upon the countries of these three regions calls for rapid development. We have seen some of this rapid development over the last decade. And this rapid development has also brought with it several problems. As we go forward, it is necessary to address these problems. And there is a proposal that I wish to make, which I believe can address these problems effectively. And this proposal is that we construct a fourth pillar of the state. I am primarily looking at this fourth pillar from within the Sri Lankan context, but it is a concept, it is a mechanism that can be taken to scale globally. All of you are familiar with the three pillars of the state that we are accustomed to. We have the legislature, we have the judiciary, and we have the executive. Now, what I am proposing is a fourth pillar that we can call the developmental. In what way will this fourth pillar contribute to the functioning of the nation state? One of my greatest concerns is the need for continuity in development policy and development plans. This concern arises out of the dislocation that I have seen in the developmental process over the last 6 months. There were reasons for this dislocation, and it was perhaps unavoidable in the present context. And my proposal that we construct a fourth pillar of the state is aimed at preventing these kind of dislocations in the future. So that is one of the functions of this fourth pillar of the state that I propose we construct without delay. One of the other functions that this fourth pillar of the state will perform is to ensure that globally accepted norms of developmental practice are mainstreamed into the developmental process on the island. This includes ensuring that the developmental process within the island is in compliance with globally accepted developmental standards and globally accepted developmental processes. This fourth pillar will also be responsible for ensuring that globally accepted developmental concepts form the foundation of the developmental process within the island. Some of these globally accepted developmental concepts are the rule of law, due process, the doctrine of human rights, the concept of gender equity, disaster risk reduction, the consistent building of resilience, and the adoption of sustainable development practice. This fourth pillar of the state will also facilitate the concentration of expertise and the concentration of global knowledge, so that both expertise and global knowledge is made available to the developmental process within the island. Another important role that this fourth pillar of the state will be expected to play is the prevention of corruption and money laundering. And perhaps the most important role that this fourth pillar of the state will play is the facilitation of the mutual exclusivity of the other three pillars of the state. That is the legislature, the judiciary, and the executive. And it will help to constantly define and redefine the responsibilities of these three pillars of the state as well as the responsibilities of itself. You will notice that I have not elaborated. I have not elaborated in order to keep this presentation as short and as concise as possible. Questions will be raised, and your questions are most welcome. And I will find the time and take the effort to answer each and every one of them.